Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays, where we play the games and we do the voices. On the last episode, we were introduced to the protagonist of this game and his friend, Kazuma. Oh, sorry.
Totally not in love with each other.
Yes! Sorry, the protagonist who's called Ryunosuke Naruhodo, and Kazuma, his best friend. We've learned that Ryunosuke is being framed for murder. Well, we say he's being framed. He's apparently shot someone in a restaurant. Oh no!
An Englishman!
No, I haven't.
And Kazuma was going to defend him, but then at the last minute we found out that Kazuma is going to be going overseas to study, and if he fails to represent somebody over here, then that's going to completely dash his overseas.
No, darling, no. I think if he doesn't get him off.
Nah.
He can't go overseas.
For God's sake. Anyway, yeah, he won't be able to go. He won't be able to go and study overseas. So, at the last minute, Ryunosuke has basically gone, "I'll defend myself," and then Kazuma can at least still assist him.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? And so now we're going to follow up and see what happens, and we're about to interview some people. Yeah. So anyway, so with that, I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
Yeah. Nice. So.
And Pete nearly forgot to let us introduce ourselves.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You stuttered. You stuttered.
It was all part of the plan. I love how I'm trying to make a slightly shorter intro, and then you guys are like, "No, no, we must have the long ruined intro. We must ruin it."
It's become our trademark, I guess.
Yes.
I'm trying.
If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start.
Uncomfortable about what?
Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Standing by, ready to report, sir!
Unsavory memories of a most amicable afternoon.
Acerbic?
Acerbic.
What?
What a
What's
weird.
acerbic?
I'm gonna say I can't say I've ever heard that word.
It's like acidic, unpleasant.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. I love how he's like
Oh,
chittering.
well, I like you. And his like earlobes.
Yeah, his
The
waggly
vibrating.
earlobe.
I was investigating a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant.
Ingesting.
Oh
Ingesting.
I
We're starting off great.
Yeah,
This is
we're doing
great.
well. Great second episode.
I'll have you know, I was investigating the possibility of ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
Where did he get the second base from?
I don't know.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black-uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
He did.
Hey.
I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio.
Okay.
So basically, I wasn't paying attention at all.
Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second where the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! That wicked university cadet, sir! The cruel and unforgivable enemy!
Oh, he's got a knife!
We don't actually allow witnesses to carry weapons into the... No? Okay, then. We're just gonna go with that. Bailiff! You're fired! You what?
What? Oh, God, stop! What times we live in when the English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
But this is ridiculous! I didn't shoot anyone!
Is that really true, Ryunosuke?
Whose side are you on? Yes! All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor like a moron!
Because I'm an idiot!
There you go, there's the face of a moron, is it not? It's like, I got a gun, why?
This is where it's like you get the little Gordon Ramsay clip of, him putting the bread on either side of Ryunosuke's
Idiot
head.
sandwich.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee.
Not tea, then.
Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting.
Oh, sinister music.
Oh.
I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it.
So I thought I'd put my fingerprints all over it.
Yeah.
Although I suppose fingerprints weren't
So-
even. What am I doing?
So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up,
I shot myself.
bang!
Bang!
Bang.
Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere.
Will it be the old man who was on his hands and knees?
Who knows?
And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue.
Oh, hey, they did it right that time!
Yeah, they got it right there! And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimony, there's a clue as to who that criminal was.
There is?
Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses.
I love how he's like
Okay,
unsheathed
put the
his
sword back,
Yeah,
Jesus!
he's
Whoa!
he's like initially unsheathed it. It's like, oh jeez.
Don't you shake your sword at me, sir.
Cross-examine?
Oh no.
Do it now!
Do it now!
Do it now! No! Get to the chopper!
I just love that. That is a meme amongst us that no one will be privy to
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we haven't shared the first game.
Yeah.
But yes, that's Von Karma.
So does that mean you want to go back and replay the first one, Pete?
Oh my goodness.
To be honest, I
we
would
probably
be up
should.
For it. Yeah, we probably should
probably
record
should.
the first two Phoenix Wrights, to be fair.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty.
Well, I could see a flaw in one of their testimonies already.
It's time to bring this despicable student to justice.
What is this voice?
Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this Yes!
I love how he puts his hand up.
I like to imagine. I
slowly,
just
like,
love how the judge. Yes. Like it's not.
What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst?
It's not the judge saying it.
I know. It's like I just can't help but think of the M. Bison thing.
Yeah,
Yes!
yeah.
Yes!
Yes! You're right there, Alan.
Killing me. Excuse me.
Pete's just dying.
Oh dearie me! I just freaking bison.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
His hands like that.
Dun.
I beg your pardon.
Dear me. Let me guess. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
Well, I don't know if like the face is anything to go by.
Yeah, the prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defense.
No waste of time as you trying to put your hair up.
Hey! I resent that. This takes me a good long while in the morning. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he
Didn't stop me from doing your mother.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection! The defense is asserting
No!
its right to a cross-examination.
It's like at least he's not got the
Cosmo,
sword. in
would
his
you
hand.
mind watching while you point to that thing you nearly hit me with?
At least he's. I half expect him to be holding the sword or something. With how
Yeah.
Ryunosuke's
Yeah,
face is.
yeah.
It's like flipping egg, took someone's eye out.
Yeah. Whether or not you think he's capable of it, it is irrelevant.
Cosmo's so commanding.
I like that
It
in a
makes me
man.
so hard.
Very well.
It sets my loins a quiver.
It's rising up.
Are you quite finished
rising
discussing your
up.
loins? Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
All right. This is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
Battle.
But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies and the witnesses'
No, it's not! That's why I specifically said that I didn't know what I was doing!
Oh, God!
Ah!
Ah!
Whoopsie.
Pete's pressing buttons.
Sorry.
No, that's just Ryunosuke hiding behind the court record.
Yeah! Oh, no!
How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means that what that soldier said has to be a lie.
Well, yes, but...
It's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence.
Right, evidence.
Let's see what we.
How do I do that
What do we
again?
got here? Yeah, the business card, the photograph. Oh yeah, shot in the back.
Yeah, he said shot in the back. He
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah.
Wait, what's that? Magnifying glass. Oh yes,
Ooh.
this is helpful.
I'm curious of like who does the state belong
Excuse me, that's very clearly a monocle.
to?
Whoa! You're not gonna be born for a good few years.
Uh,
The jump. Fired at close range. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through. Right. So the
Yeah.
bullet didn't pass through the body, and then on that photograph you can clearly see it's on the front. So
Yeah,
yeah, there we
yeah.
go.
That's why I'd already pointed out the flaw because he said he was shot in the back.
Well,
and he
yeah, I'm
wasn't.
just corroborating because the bullet could have gone through, couldn't it? But the
Okay.
evidence says it didn't. So there we go.
Right, evidence.
All you need to do is to present some decisive, indisputable evidence that proves the witness's lie.
You just freaking said that.
Now let's get. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you.
Eh.
If you crack...
The wet slap! The wet slap!
Oh dear, my hands! Owie, 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 ow!
Do you mean ouchie?
All right then,
Ouch.
it's all or nothing.
I just
love
yeah,
it.
that slap, and then his face as well. He was so startled by it. It was like, oh, that's not how it was supposed to go. In my mind, it was so much more dramatic.
He's such a soft, delicate boy.
It was so much cooler when I imagined doing it.
Here we go. The cross-examination. Okay, so he was ingesting beef. It's not this. Not this.
The old man's just like not paying attention.
Shot, fired in the back. So,
Aha.
so let's. I as much as I want to just like immediately present evidence, should we press it first just to be sure, or should we just go straight in? We just be like, boom, boom.
Go straight in.
All right, boom. Yes.
Yes!
I put my hand
Judge,
up first.
why do you keep saying yes?
I'm terribly sorry, but if I could inconvenience you for just a moment, I'd like to present something that might be slightly contrary to the thing that you just said.
I just love the old man so much. He's just shaking. Oh no. Is this wrong? Or are they just like
No, I don't think
surprised?
so. I think they're so surprised that he's objecting to anything.
Okay.
They said like defense.
Well, the music stopped, so
True,
if that's any
that's
indication.
Oh,
usually
yeah.
a tell, yeah.
Because yeah, they were saying that like defense in these situations, or what was it, like defending? You know what I mean? Like defending. The prosecutor. Oh my god.
Defending the client.
Yes, was kind of just like a no go.
Yeah, it
Didn't
was
they?
pretty much like they're just there to be an ornament and they don't
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
necessarily do anything.
What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my moustache?
An inconsistency, sir.
Oh, string.
I mean, yes.
I just so
Owie, still no. There's a clear inconsistency here.
Tisk. What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that's I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
I think this proves beyond a doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
I think you're confusing it with the other judge, Tim.
Ah, this is so frustrating.
There we go. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court.
Yes, because what?
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant Ishinosa.
It's yes sir, no sir.
Yes
I
sir, no,
realized
sir.
afterwards it's
Yeah.
because it's yes sir, no sir.
Yeah, yes or no, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. What, sir?
The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian. And from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
It was very hurtful.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir. Yes!
But no.
But no, that just can't.
Yes, but actually no.
That just can't be.
And why not, cadet?
Because.
Help me! Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr.
Wilson has some freaking pecs, man.
He does, doesn't he? The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest.
Yeah.
Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? What
Wait,
the?
what the?
What?
What?
What? What is that?
Well,
Oh, that's what those straps are for.
He's a baby.
What the?
He's a baby. He's a baby.
Why?
What do you mean, but why?
Why?
Because he's got his baby with him.
What
I guess.
the? I'm so confused.
Are you?
Yeah.
What
Maybe he's got to look after his baby.
the flying flippity gibbet was that? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again.
It was his second head.
Oh God.
Certainly there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable.
Let me think about it again.
Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir.
What?
Monaco?
Yeah, I know.
The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Ayesa Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
Wait, that's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Yeah, boy.
There's been a complete.
There it is!
There it
There
is!
it is! There's the
There's been a
turnabout.
complete turnabout in the mood of the trial, just from that one discrepancy.
The
face.
twist.
So this is what being an ace.
Oh.
He said the thing. He said the. Pack it up, ladies and gentlemen. We get it. We're done. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about.
It's just missing that one frame of animation, like where he quickly winks at the camera.
Yeah.
But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. Yes!
But I never fired the gun. Why is it yes? I don't get it. I know I keep doing the thing, and I'm gonna stop because it's gonna get annoying. But why is it yes? Why is
Yeah.
it yes and not objection?
Presumably because he just full on is not like a defense attorney right now. Like, you know, he's
I
not
wonder
used
if
to
he
this.
falls
He's-
into it later.
Yeah, I suspect he will get into the rhythm, but at the minute, this is all just very new to him. So he's kind of, you know, not following like official procedures.
All I did was pick it up off the floor.
And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either?
Myself?
Oi!
I've already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Not
Hunting
that I'm
for
not
treasure.
really sure I want to know.
Hunting for treasure.
Vibrating.
Beg pardon?
Treasure?
Oh,
Whoa.
indeed! The Hurry Era Kaban, my prized coin! On each occasion when I visit the restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a peculiar trinket of interest from my shop, Razute.
Okay.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you?
On the day of the scrutiny, it was to be the military man that I proffered my Hoei treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not, but I was presented with a little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
Yeah, the Koban. Vanished? Vanished?
Hunting around under the table, I was in case mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened.
Apple.
You heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed I did. I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded hairy treasure. Nothing could distract me.
Guess what, guys? Something's going to have distracted him.
Yeah.
What?
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see.
Do you think it's going to be sellotaped to the back of the waiter's business card
Oh,
that he's handed in?
maybe.
Oh.
I mean, it won't be, but
That lamentable day, the precious Hurry Kaban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon.
Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British,
Yeah, British.
it would be unforgivable. I can't talk today. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now.
What is your position, Prosecutor Auchi?
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find the wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could have committed this despicable crime.
So help me, Emperor Auchi, if you lead us on another roundabout, I am going to come down there and whack you with my gavel myself.
That won't be necessary, Your Excellency. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What?
He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he?
Gee, do you think? Ugh.
Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear?
As clear as Kiriko glass.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
I feel like
Neither do I, pal.
Kiriko, maybe?
As clear as Kiriko
Kiriko?
glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir! At once, sir! Awaiting signal to testify, sir!
Excuse me, but there's something, or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think?
Affirmative! The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Ido.
It would seem those...
I don't know, sir.
I don't know, sir.
I don't know, sir!
yeah, of course.
It would appear those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny.
Ido, attention! Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy.
Okay, that's kind of adorable.
He's just his daddy, Sergeant. He's Sergeant Daddy.
Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
What?
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was. That young lad in the back. That much I myself did see.
Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed. Alone he was, the Englishman.
Why does he sound like bloody Yoda?
I was thinking the same thing.
No wonder I'm having trouble reading his lines.
Alone he was.
Dining all by himself.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out.
What about the waiter?
I say it's the waiter.
Mm-hmm.
These testimonies are certainly compelled.
Yes! Wait, that's nonsense! The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
I'm sorry. But there was a woman! There was a young woman at his table! You must have seen her! Everyone there must have seen her!
Objection! Oh, no.
Objection! If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies.
Oh.
It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel?
Indeed.
Oh, interesting. The steak's been eaten a bit.
Why's the chair, got the back to it, though?
Well, because the guy was sat with his back to it, wasn't he?
But he hadn't eaten. Well, I guess now. Maybe
Oh,
he
hang on. How many? Should we do the thing? Count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look. 1, 2. No. Someone's definitely taken a bite out of that.
Yeah.
Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken. Sorry. Of the. Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident.
I am screwed today. I just
I
can't.
think we all are today.
As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set.
Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else.
Ugh, this doesn't make any sense.
The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record.
The photographic print of the crime scene has been entered into the court record.
I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman.
Well, clearly the problem was the camera didn't pan far enough away for everyone else to see her, as we established previously.
The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well.
But that's not true! I saw her! I swear that I saw a woman with him.
Perhaps he saw the ghost of the restaurant?
It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no poison. Leave no further room for doubt.
Yeah, these are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain.
Oh no, what happens if it gets smudged?
To think that Prosecutor Auchi,
Is it Tetsukushi? Tetsushi. Oh, it's Takatsuchi.
Takatsuchi.
Sorry, excuse me.
to think that I, Takatsuchi Auchi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor.
Uchi, ouchie, I guess?
Takatsuchi Auchi. Oh, that does make sense.
Ouchie.
I just love as well that, and just it just
Yeah,
really affirms
Uchi,
this
ouchie.
Brooklyn accent that I've given him.
Oh.
How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule.
Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet.
How do you know it's thingamajig? It might not have been.
Sorry.
I'm gonna guess it probably
It
is.
is. I'm
Don't
just being
do
annoyed.
that to me.
No, I'm sorry. Turns out it's the ghost of Mia,
Asshole.
who's not been born yet.
What?
Kazuma, sorry, that's it. Yeah.
If what you say is true, then there's nothing going on here behind. Then there's something going on here behind the scenes.
Well, is it nothing or is it something?
Sorry. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination.
But I didn't really like doing it the last time. I don't know, Kazuma.
The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood?
Rules can be so unbending at times.
Oh.
No, we don't want Taka.
Okay. So even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm discharged, it was almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black, that's safe. Furthermore, a visual search of the...
Oh, hold up. We got the print of the restaurant, right? I guess I don't know if we can...
Yeah, did he mark off the
In the
other
court record?
Yeah. Sorry, this one.
two? Yeah. The waiter's only marked off him.
Yeah.
Why did he not put the other?
But then, if that was the chair he was sitting in...
I don't think that's what we need. I think it's to do with these photographs, probably.
Bottle of carbonated water.
So yeah, there's the steak, there's the fact that the steak has been, like...
The fork's in the same position.
Is it?
Like tilted.
Oh, yeah.
A little weird that there's no blood on the chair.
Okay, so hang on. Let's read the rest of the thing. Let's pointing his gun at the foreign man he was.
Oh, we probably should press the statements, right?
Yes. I'm just refamiliarizing myself with it. With the only personnel present. Indeed, he was alone, dining by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched him. Although... No, I don't think it's solid. Okay, right, so what do we want to press, guys?
Let's just press everything. That always worked in the previous games.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So,
No, it's not the same thing at all! For a start, I didn't fire that gun!
we have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked.
Good for you.
Really? Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
Oh, I can't
Well,
see through
your
your
glasses are actually kind of opaque, so...
How could I?
And yet, It is an undeniable fact that I did blink.
God.
Was this a little bit of apples and oranges? Don't you think? Maybe just a tad?
So there you have it.
Oh, that really clears
So
things up.
there you have it.
How? What?
Attention! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman.
I think that says it all, don't you? And let us not forget that the antiques dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Korakuda-san? The Brooklyn Korakuda-san. It just sounds so weird.
Yeah.
Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. But I've told you that but I've told you already. That's only because I picked it up off the floor. Like a moron.
Well,
again.
obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it anyway.
Explain it away.
Explain it away.
I had just finished drinking my coffee. I was about to leave the restaurant when...
Oh, a gun.
I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. In a position that could very easily be construed as one in which I could shoot somebody, admittedly. But, and at exactly that moment,
I candidly shot someone.
a gunshot rang in my ears.
All of events beyond your control, life is.
Oh, for God's sake.
Our
Oh.
Full of events beyond control it is, young Naruhodo. I can't do Yoda. Sorry? What do you mean?
In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely...
Could you please put the knife down? If you wind up stabbing yourself with that thing, we're going to have to clean the blood off the floor.
Yeah.
I failed to pick up the kaban from the floor, and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner.
How could he? Was under the table.
It's this one. It's to do with. It's got to be to do with this.
You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
Yeah, objection! As you have been at pains to point out, time and again, I feel like I'm growing a callus in my ear.
That sounds like a medical problem.
And yet,
Get that looked
no
up.
one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
Ah. Only there'd been more people dining there at the time, and someone else would have noticed her.
Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant.
I know. Of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect.
Certainly. 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone.
Yes, Your
Oh, well.
Excellency.
Not my job to speculate.
There was indeed a reason. He was there so that the defendant could shoot him.
There was?
This was found in the victim's jacket
Oh,
pocket.
hello.
What is that, Counsel?
It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
Oh no!
Yeah!
No, we don't.
Yes!
Oh my goodness.
No, we don't want the Dr. Hottie. No.
Hot's clinic? Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question.
Oh my gosh.
I also feel an impending sense of dread for some reason. Well, that's unusual. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m.
The very day of the incident.
So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple.
I'm gonna be so amused if there's actually just friggin' Dr.
Oh God,
Hottie.
no.
Well, not even like.
Just ancient Dr.
Yeah.
Oh
Hottie.
God, no.
Yeah, we just. Oh my god, gold
No.
tooth and everything.
Especially if he still has pink hair.
That would be amusing.
Anyway,
Yeah, the prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case.
I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke?
has it been added to the court record? Did they say? No,
Not
no,
yet.
No, it has
not
not.
yet. Not yet.
Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Really? Really? Rally? Really? No.
Remember, you can.
No, I'm just trying to say it in the proper accent.
Really?
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 Yeah.
Really? Really? Really?
Really, really.
Really, really.
Really, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful.
Surely you just say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Yes! Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence or not?
I mean,
I
No.
mean, I feel like it probably. You don't
no,
think?
no, I'm just being annoying. Yes, I think
Of
surely.
course. Yes!
Yes!
I like that he just raises
I
his hand.
know.
If I may, and no, it's not terribly inconvenient, I am sorry for the outburst, but I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency.
Yeah, on what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection. Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues.
I beg your pardon?
You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence.
You what, mate?
Very well. The court will grant the defense's request.
Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend.
Some things never change.
Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record.
The victim's medical report card has been entered into the court record.
What we need right now is new clues.
Let's have a look. Medical card from Hottie Clinic was found in his pocket. Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get more info than that. That does seem kind of a bit...
What time was the thing?
The what, sorry? The
It was
murder?
between
No, what time was the appointment? No, what time was the appointment?
between
Oh, it doesn't say.
No, I mean,
Oh,
why would it say?
yeah, it was like between like 12 and 1 or so, after 1 or something until after 1 or something like that.
Right. Clues.
We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first.
Right, I hear you.
Huh. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already. Oh, sorry. But it's the day after the festival already for you.
That's a kind of convoluted expression.
Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Karakuda-san. San.
Okay.
So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone.
That I did. Oh, forgive me for the position I place you in.
So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget, the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beef steak on the victim's table. A meal for one.
No.
Are we waiting for, like, Wilson's medical thing is like, he's allergic to meat.
Nah.
Yeah, something like
He's
that.
a vegetarian.
Antique dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why?
If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea.
Therefore, there can be no one else.
Why aren't you telling the truth?
What did you say, Cadet?
I said, why aren't you telling the truth? I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Of course, I'm not going to show you her face in my recollection because that would just be helpful, I guess.
It's gonna be like when they actually see the woman, she's gonna have like the mustache or something. It's just gonna be Iesa Nosa, like in a really bad disguise, like a Team Rocket-esque disguise.
Oh, God.
Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. That seems suspicious.
Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruhodo, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone.
Sorry?
The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone.
Yeah, after pushing his glasses up very suspiciously with this suspicious anime bloke.
Yeah.
Suspicious anime glass pushing is not considered evidence.
That's right.
Yeah, precisely.
Oh, Pollux.
In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady.
But I.
If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof.
Bother.
And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time.
There's nothing I can say to that.
Unless it's like if we look at the steak, there's like lipstick on it or something. I don't know.
Excellent work, Ryunosuke. Oh,
Sorry, Tim. Go on.
we've gleaned some new information now.
Okay, so hang on.
We have.
I was going to say, hang on a second.
Enhance!
I wondered if there would be, like, lipstick on the glass.
I mean, there's nothing poured in the glass.
There is.
Wait,
In
what's
that
that
one.
on the side of the table there? What's that on the side of the thing?
On the side of the what?
Of the side of the steak plate.
It's a cow.
It's a logo.
It's like it's a cow head.
It's a moo-moo.
Yeah, they say it's a beef steak.
Yeah, there's like there's obviously some like juices on the knife.
There's nothing in the glass on that one, on that photo.
Oh,
That's
okay. There's
true.
someone's. Oh, okay. Oh wait, that is strange because obviously there's nothing in that glass, but then in the other one there is something in that glass, but then the meat has been eaten. Strange. The
Curious.
plot thickens.
Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light.
I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you've got before.
Oh wait.
Oh, you mean the one that I mysteriously couldn't look at myself?
I was gonna say, I'm like, if he freaking reveals more information on it.
It's gonna say he's,
Oh, you mean
it's
this?
gonna say he's vegetarian or something, or he can't eat meat, and then that'll be.
Or it's like he had to not eat for 24
Oh,
hours
that,
before
yes.
his appointment.
Yeah,
Ah,
yes.
Yes.
Yes. This is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
You knob.
Gee, you friggin' think?
For God's sake.
Penalty!
How exactly? I mean, it's not like we could just hold it up to our eyes and take in the information that's written down upon it to then suddenly learn something new. That would be madness.
Okay.
Yeah, it says you'll notice there are some that have a magnifying glass to show that you can examine. You'll notice the medical report card does not have said magnifying glass.
You have an advanced
Just
attack.
hang on a minute.
I know. I'm just pointing out how bull that is.
You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Press A and you can take a closer look at the piece in question.
Where's A?
Use RS.
Use
RS.
right stick.
What the heck is a stick? Right stick!
Up, left, down, right.
Oh, 3D.
Ooh.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy. To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles.
Ah, yes, this is the Colin Phelps Ace Detective where he examines the same cigarette for 10 minutes.
Cole Phelps.
By using the shortened variation
Or
of the Konami
Call
code.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we get the cursor.
Ooh.
A
That's it,
target.
we can shoot the evidence as well.
Truth bullet. Truth bullet.
No, that's wrong!
You can now move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before.
Mm-hmm.
If the crosshairs start to pulsate,
Oh my.
What?
press A to investigate further.
It's like, what are you talking about, Casimir?
I'm sorry, are you talking about pulsating crosshairs over there? This doesn't really seem relevant to the case.
It seems very, very suspicious
Your
and
Excellency,
rude.
Your Excellency, it's not the only thing that's pulsating right now.
Get
Oh,
out!
for God's sake. Bailiff!
Take him away! So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card.
We wanted to do that!
Wait, that was literally the first instinct when we got it.
You can't progress. Penalty.
See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. It's so hard to say.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I mean, rotating a piece of paper is difficult enough, but I need to use up, down, left, right, B, A, and A to inspect any areas of the evidence that look suspicious.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Ah, yes. Required for every visit.
Oh, sorry. Right. So. Required for every visit. Oh, I guess we best look at this. Oh.
It says Heart Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries.
Aren't they all the same?
When I was 5, I got the only cold I've ever had in my life. I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right
What
arm.
the heck are you guys doing over there? We are in court! We are in court, you know!
I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life.
Most people would give their right arm to have only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything.
I mean, it looks like on the back there's a place to open it.
True.
It is true. Lovely. That's it. Dentist.
Dentist.
A
Oh, it's a
Dentist.
dentist.
Oh, yeah.
So that
you-
he would be able to eat anything if he's gone to the dentist.
Yeah, maybe.
It looks like this medical report card was first issued quite some time ago.
It's probably
Yes, which I can tell from the inclusion of the date. That's clearly on there, and not just a blank line.
It's probably a record of long-term treatment. That's why. With a family doctor, I imagine.
Well, I can't imagine. Going to a doctor, I mean. As long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one.
God.
That seems like a like this is what, 17th century Japan? My dude, if you get like a scratch from a rusty fork, you're gonna die.
Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point. So, you don't like doctors then?
Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine, they give you painful injections.
Oh god, this sounds like me!
I was thinking it.
Then they do. and then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege. Oh, well, you're at your lowest... All when you're at your lowest ebb.
You sound like a model patient.
Thank
With
you.
a bad case of stubbornness, no less, for which the only cure is a very bitter medicine indeed.
Okay.
Da, 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 da.
Aha.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
I would say the last entry.
I'm hoping that these are all it's gonna be one big touch
Yeah.
point.
Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia.
Ah, yes.
So he isn't gonna be eating anything with that.
Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken
Oh
out?
yes, and a big one no less.
It would seem so.
Yeah, losing a molar's a big deal. Ouchie.
Yeah, ow.
What?
Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed.
Well, there we are then.
Yeah. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief.
Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain.
Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well.
Don't eat anything.
There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed.
Really?
Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. There we go.
Okay.
We got it, boys.
So the question is, how do we link that with the other picture?
With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes, which I'm not going to say which statement
That-
it was. I know what it is. You'll have to guess and see if you get it right.
So, I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you?
Definitely.
Okay. Be precise moment. Yes, pointing has got the foreign man. Whoopsie daisy.
It is nice that you can go back and forth instead.
I feel-
Although I guess you could do that in the
Yeah,
previous
you
ones,
could.
too.
I feel
It's got to be this one. There's nothing else to
it's
say
either
about eating.
it's either that or he said we were the only personnel present.
Well, it's not. That's not the problem at the minute.
No, we're trying to cast down the
alone.
fact that he was
That
eating.
he was eating anything at all.
Hmm.
So I feel like I'm gonna have to do a safe to save because
Yep.
I'm one of these silly wusses. Even though we have five tries,
Piggies.
I don't want to. I don't want to get it wrong.
Oh no, we're right.
music.
Oh
Yes.
Excuse me.
hello.
Well, I think
I like how he just really slowly raises his arm.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, excuse me,
Excuse me.
excuse me, hello,
Hold on a minute.
excuse me.
Oh, what about? What are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer?
I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused.
Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I
Yes,
wouldn't worry
yes,
about it.
everyone stumbles on their words, especially us.
Yes, yes, we feel you, Kazuma.
Thanks, Cosmo.
Sorry, Sarah, you missed you didn't get a chance to say your line because I
I
interrupted.
thought she said the last.
I did say it. I did say it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I could see it quite clearly, and that crosses. You see what I mean?
So,
Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally, Cosmo.
Sarah, everyone stumbles on their words.
Oh, shut up, the pair of you. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully.
What? Did you? It was so like. He was so lackadaisical.
Purposefully, yes.
It didn't seem
It's
that
just like-
purposeful.
Hello. Could everybody please pay attention to me for a moment?
You knew exactly what it was you wanted to say.
Huh?
Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
All right. And thanks for the advice.
Okay, I'll say what I'm thinking. All right, you knobs. Have you seen this evidence yet? He's a liar.
Okay, Kazuma. I will. Kazuma, I love you. I need you.
Oh, jeez.
You're mine. Your billowing headband.
Bandana.
It just. Oh.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
Do you think he takes it off when he showers? Or does he leave it
Nah.
on and it just billows in the shower?
I mean, I think he
Yeah.
probably leaves all of his clothes on.
Oh God.
Korakuta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim.
I was not expecting that. Oi, you knob.
Oi!
Oi, mate. You want to start something, do you?
Oh my goodness. The bailiff now feels a little bit like insecure.
Oh God, blimey. They're all on to me now.
I was holding back my true power on account of wanting to seem polite, but now I don't give a flying flip. This accent brought to you by Dragon Quest XI. Dragon Quest XI, Definitive Edition S, available on Steam now.
Are you going to read that in his actual voice? Are you sticking with that? Are you going with that? Is that?
Korakuta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the
I
victim.
wasn't sure if you were going to actually just keep that going or not. It just seems so out of nowhere.
I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy?
Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
Wow, I am really. This is where it cuts to Phoenix, like hundreds of years in the future. It's like, wow, I'm feeling some secondhand embarrassment for some reason. I don't know why.
Dear me, dear me. Have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
Have we forgotten his words so soon? One thing we seem to have forgotten is that we only have 1 hour for our episode.
Dang it.
Unfortunately, we are at the end of today's episode.
You
But
what?
if you would like to tune in to see the next part of this, where we will presumably blow a hole in Korakuta-san's testimony,
Or just keep going around in
why
circles.
don't you go ahead,
Yeah.
or keep going around in circles. Why don't you go ahead and hit that little subscribe button? And if you like the video, leave a comment and a like down below. Hit the bell to get notifications about when we post new content. And if you check the description, you will see links to our social media where we regularly post content and try to engage with our audience members.
Yeah.
But until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Take care.
See you later.
Bye, guys.